delivered to me. Yeah! It's John Bush right here on your Classic Metal Show from the Armored Saint release. What is that?
Deliver!
Right. You know, Armored Saint, one of those bands that never got the credit that they were due.
Absolutely not. One of the best bands of all time.
Seriously, and you know, that's one of those bands that is in, you know, one of my top 10 of all time. Armored Saint, Metal Church,
right?
Which never got the due that they deserved.
Well, and Metal Church you sort of get because they did change singers, so there was a different vibe, which, you know, lost half the fan base. So in a way, I get that. But the Saint was just a steady lineup, and
they were solid always.
Never did. Even the newest stuff was good. La Raza.
La Raza was an awesome record.
Fuck yeah, with what was that song? Left Hand from Right Field or something like that.
Yes.
Handjob from Right Field.
Handjob from Left Field.
Left Field.
Right. Wouldn't that be funny if Wheezy spent $300 and paid John to revamp the lyrics to that song, like he did with the Chocolate Bacon Show?
Yeah, exactly. Get on it, Wheezy. Stop slacking, bitch.
Left Hook from Right Field.
Hand job from Right Field.
Right.
In a way that made me feel.
Right. Hand job from Right Field.
There it is. I'd like to get a hand job from Right Field.
Right.
Or Left Field or underneath or wherever she wants to sit.
Right.
Fuck yeah. I need to fucking come tonight.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
I need pussy tonight, dude. I might have to blow this off and make a drive back out somewhere. I might be willing to drive drunk for an hour just to get my dick sucked tonight. Wow. Yeah, the alcohol's kicking way the fuck in.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest with you as a single guy for, you know, the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Usually when you talk about it, that's when you don't get it.
Well, if I had not completely thought that I've already blown that one up, I wouldn't be talking about it.
Nice.
But I think last night kind of blew that one up.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to tell me about that.
I'll tell you about that.
Well, I didn't say on the show. I said tell me about that.
Yeah, let's just say nothing.
Wow. Wow.
Do not want to blow up a friendship too, but
nice.
Yeah, I would say the hour-long drives that caused me to be late, probably not so much in the picture anymore.
Wow. Look at you.
Somewhere along the way, I went from nice guy to cocksucker again.
Well, yeah, you know, that does happen.
And especially with somebody like me that's fucking a little bit wild and has a big mouth. Yeah, it happens, and it seems to happen very fast.
Okay. This is not only is this show just entertaining, but it's educational as well.
Is it now the Classic Metal Show, or is it Chris's fucking soap opera world now?
Well, you know what? I'm going to cut you some slack because I've been there, I've done that. I get it. You know, there's nothing that combats that emotional and mental pain. So you just got to get it out of your system. So I'm going to cut you some slack.
I just have to run around, you know, chase ass and drink heavily until I'm done with it.
To deaden the pain.
I'm deadening it, man.
Deadening the pain.
Especially now that I'm not eating the pain away with fucking fast food. I got to do something to kill it.
Seriously.
So not alcohol.
Chris had a day where he wasn't a prick.
Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot, Demon.
The New Adventures of Chris Aiken in the Eighth Dimension.
The Classic Mattress Show.
Right. Pillow Talk from Chris Aiken.
Bravo, Viper. That's really funny.
Nice. All right, well, you scheduled this interview with a band called Gypsy Rose.
I did. Older band. They're actually, I don't know if this is a reunion or what. We'll have to ask them, but they're not new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you remember them from the?
You know, I that's why it keeps ringing a bell in my head. Gypsy Rose, and I keep trying to place them,
Yeah.
And you know, obviously they weren't a huge impact. They were like Sweet FA or something, you know.
Right. Yeah, they were in that zone, DAD and whatnot.
Right.
But they're back.
Okay.
And, I dig the disc, although I picked the wrong tune like a dick. Dude, I couldn't remember if it was track 3 or 4 that was the ballad, and I guessed 4. I guessed later instead it was earlier. So my fault, people. You can all hate me for playing the ballad. God forbid.
Right.
You know, so whatever. Play track 1. How's
okay.
that?
Too many pieces.
Yeah, of pussy. Yes. All scattered around my bed, just waiting for me to fuck them.
Just remember, I'm going to bring up a Dawkins reference.
What's that?
The kiss of death.
She gave me herpes.
Oh, herpes is like the least of your worries.
What do you think I'm going to get?
Well, you never know.
I mean, for God's sakes, I'm wrapping it in a trash bag.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm wrapping it in
something. Did you ever see that movie Sex Drive?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm like double bagging it because I don't want like herpes or chlamydia. I don't want any of that stuff.
Well, let me ask you a question, single guy. How many times do you have to bang a chick before you can fucking unbag it?
Well, it depends on how old she is and how fertile she is.
Well, let's just say she's in her early 40s.
Well, there's a low pro. See, my problem, you know, it wasn't so much the chance of catching something.
Yeah.
It was the chance of producing something.
Oh yeah, that's a big one there.
You know, and at my age, that's the last thing I want.
Oh, you know that's right. Oh my God, I'm already buying stock in fucking hangers. There's no need for a kid.
Right.
But let's just say tubes are tied.
Well, that's a whole different story. When you encounter one that you know that's the case,
yeah,
that is like the playground from heaven.
Yeah, but it it may be. But at what point do you stop worrying about catching some other guy's dick stains on you? There has to be a point.
Well, I guess it just depends. I mean, there's several ways of approaching it. If it's just going to be a fling,
yeah.
You're not going to go to the point of saying, you know what, I think we both ought to get tested. You can't say you need to get tested because then that leaves the connotation that you're all credit up.
All right. Well, hold on. Don't
okay,
go.
Okay.
You're slowing me down. I got to slow this down.
All right.
But you're indicating that that I'm supposed to be actually saying to these chicks that they need to be tested?
That's if it's going to go somewhere.
All right.
Okay, but if it's just going to be a fling or if it's going to be temporary,
yeah,
you're just going to have to live with the bag.
So if it's a one-timer,
or you know it's not going to go anywhere like long term.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to deal with it.
Okay.
But if it's going to go long term, or you think this, okay, I'm gonna focus on this one.
Yeah.
And that's a concern for you.
But what makes it a concern? Let's just say
whatever is in your head, I guess. Whatever you're comfortable with.
I mean, let's say I don't know her super well.
Okay.
But I know enough to know that I'm not the only guy that's fucking fisted her in the last week.
Well, the chances at your age that you're the only guy,
right?
That's like infinitesimal. Look at me using a $5 word, but again, it has to do with your comfort level, I guess. If you want to take the chance and you believe that she's not going to withhold information from you,
okay.
It's not necessary to go down that road. But if you don't trust her, but and you think that, well, what if she has something but she's not revealing it to me?
Right.
Then that's when I want to see a clean bill of health here.
All right. So let's just say, sake of argument, you've hit it, I don't know, 3 times.
Okay.
And you're coming up on that 4th time, and you just say, you know what? I forgot him at home. Let's go anyway. Is that cool or is that fucking really?
Well, again, that just depends on your comfort level. It depends on, if you think that this girl isn't, and I'm going to use I've used this term obviously before. If she isn't like crudded up with something that's going to, passed on to you.
Right. But anyone you think is a whore, you always got a bag.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, that just so sucks. Just so sucks.
It does. It does.
Because Lord knows I want to fuck a whore like a whore.
Yeah.
But
it isn't worth paying the cost of that in the long run, though.
Yeah, but I'm thinking. I mean, I'm a guy. I've only got probably 15 more years where I can do it without shots and shit.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm just like, man, I got to hit it as much as I can. I'm thinking Russian roulette ain't a bad play.
Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Depends if she is a whore and doesn't have her own rubbers.
Right.
All right. Enough of this talk. How did we fucking get here?
Because you were asking me my advice.
Oh, boy. I'm so going to have a fucking disease story in some point.
All right. Well, being that we need to interview Gypsy Rose and we're on this subject, I'm looking at the song list here.
Okay.
I think probably, and I haven't heard the song, so I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here.
All right.
I'm going to go with Give It To Me All Night Long.
All right, we could go with that. We could go ride on that train.
Or Chase That Dragon.
Or Poisoned by Love.
Right. But I think it's Give It To Me All Night Long.
All right, I'm in. I'd like to. Not you personally, but...
All right, well, so who are we talking to?
We're talking to Michael Ross of Gypsy Rose.
Okay, well, we're going to be talking to Michael Ross. We're going to give him a call, and we're going to play this new song from Poison by Love. This is for Chris's love life. Give It To Me All Night Long. It's Gypsy Rose exclusively here
on your Classics.